and welcome back to the Metropolitan Polo Club in Tianjin. We're at the Snow Polo World Cup, feeding many of our special guests here. Joining us on this occasion, I'm Tori Dorsey at fieldside with Adam Bucher. The temperature may be cold, but things are definitely heating up on the field as Chile now leads Brazil by only scoreline of 7-6, this being the subsidiary final, again playing for third and fourth place. But we have seen a different Brazilian team now after the break.
That's right. That last Chukka was a very, very different Brazilian team to what we saw in the first two Chukkas. So team coach has sat them down and had a good hard talk to them, and I'm feeling a bit hungry now after seeing the asada down there, the asado.
The asado, the lamb on the spit. And there we see some of our South African players that were here earlier. I think unfortunate not to get out of the round robin stage. So they were eliminated earlier in this tournament after the first week. Again, many of the players remaining to watch the action following their compatriots and opponents in some cases at other tournaments around the world.
So Chile now have to just keep their head a little bit here. I think that Ignacio Vial's just checking some gear, just wondering if the saddle's slipped or the stirrups aren't the right length. But, you know, to have such a big lead and then have a team come back at you like that, where you go, well, what do I have to do to win this tournament? And it can take the stuffing out of your attack. So they have to really stay focused here on just continuing on with the job they were doing if Chile to win this. But Brazil, they definitely have the momentum at the moment with 3 very good goals there at the end of that third Chukka, and anyone can win this from here. And there's a lot at stake. This is to decide who will be third place on the ladder and fourth place at the Fortune Heights Snow Polo World Cup. But now it's Garcia again, the man that scored that last goal for Brazil. Will it be Brazil again to equalise in the first 30 seconds? It is. William Rodriguez capitalising on some beautiful attack there by Brazil. And you can see the Brazilians talking to themselves now, going, we can do this, we can win this from here. We're equal now. We were down by 3, and now we're equal. And, well, they were down by 4 at one stage. And William Rodriguez, now the man, Matthias Vial, opening the accelerator. He knows that if Chile are to win, he's going to have to bring his A game here. But, oh, unlucky. Great skills by Ignacio Vial. And unlucky not to be able to convert. Whistle's gone.
And William Rodriguez being very physical with Matthias Vial, pushing him off the line there, as you saw in the replay. And
the whistle's gone because the shoe came off in the snow. So I think the umpire's got to pick the shoe up for safety, because the nails can go into the hoof of one of the ponies. But yeah, Ignacio Vial, just great skills out of the air there, but unlucky not to be able to put it through. But we've seen some amazing goals from the Brazilian team here in the last 2-3 minutes of play. So now, Brazil on the attack, in there, getting it up now over the advantage line, and it is the man Junqueira, Renato Junqueira for Brazil, bringing it back in, weaving his way through the legs of the ponies, but a clearing shot by Ignacio Vial could backfire on him if it goes out over the back line. It has gone, but it's come off the pony's legs. So it'll be a hit in off the back line for Chile. And Chile in all sorts of trouble at the moment. They've gone from having a 3-0 lead to now being equal and in their defensive half. And the last thing they want to do here is get conservative and start trying to keep this ball. They need to. He's appealing for fouls. Big back shot there by the number 1, which is Juan Jamarillo for. And look, here they come. Garcia again. He can't get there. And yeah, Rodriguez puts it through, but the whistle
had gone. Yes. Yeah. So Rodriguez appealing. There's going to be some discussion here. Dangerous play for Chile, trying to maintain possession and getting an unlucky bounce off the pony.
This pony that William Rodriguez is on is a horse called Qantas, and he's very well mounted, Rodriguez, in this tournament. Qantas has played very well yesterday, and they were unlucky to not come away with a win, but Here comes Chile, and look again, Rodriguez just gets a little deflection on that, which is enough for him to control that ball. Now it's all Brazil. They've got to get past Vial. Look here, it's Chile again on the attack. Chile going to the lead for the very first time. Brazil, I should say. Thank you. Brazil go into the lead for the very first time, and the Brazilian fans are standing in their stands. Look at this play. They've now put on 5 unanswered goals, the Brazilian team, and this is very, very good polo for Brazil. Now, look here. This is what we talked about. Mistakes can happen. And will it be Brazil again?
So
I think that's another goal.
It is indeed another goal for Brazil.
Brazil have now gone 2 goals up with 6 unanswered goals in the last 4 minutes of play.
And Chile really unlucky that that ball took an odd bounce and then came off the pony as well.
Chile now needing to get this up into their own attacking half. Chile have been shell-shocked here. Now, Matias Vial takes the ball forward, appealing for a foul, but it's been cleaned up by Juan Jamarillo for Chile. Matias Vial now taking the ball forward, and again, he's saying, I'm trying to play this ball, William Garcia. Can you please leave the line? Garcia saying, I can't. I'm standing still. I put myself into the harm's way.
Indeed. So Matias Vial riding his pony into the pony of William Rodriguez.
So you see here, Juan Jamarillo. Ignacio Vial leaves it for Matias. Matias Vial takes it around. So that's the line. Look, Rodriguez really needs to get out of there if that line is there. He can't just park himself there. So
Chile with a chance to
look at
pull
the score,
one back.
9 goals to 7. This is unbelievable snow polo. To get these scores, it's testament to how good this surface really is.
So it was the fact that William Rodriguez made no attempt to move his pony
exactly
at
right.
all.
So Chile now to calm the nerves and get their thoughts back in place, but they have been shell-shocked by the Brazilians in this last, the last minute of the last chukka and the first 4 minutes of this chukka. It's been all Brazil, and that's a goal. So that keeps Chile close.
So Matias Vial again, 8 for 8.
8 for 8
for Chile,
and down by 1, and it'll be now Brazil. William Rodriguez to bring the ball in.
Just take another look at the penalty shot.
Only just, wasn't it?
Exactly.
But it's now Chile going back in defence as that man, Renato Junqueira, tries to keep control of the ball on a horse called GTS, which the Brazilian team is very well mounted this chukka. Very well mounted. Now, Jamarillo backs it into traffic, plucked out of the air by Junqueira. Another back shot there. Great little play by Chile now. And it is Matias Vial trying to claim the line. He's going to have to get between the boards and Garcia. The ball comes up in favour of Garcia, who tries to back it across the front of Vial. Vial does try and appeal for a foul, but he doesn't get it. Now, Brazil just clearing it out over the boards to try and give themselves some breathing space.
But I think they were all appealing for play to stop because it actually, the ball bounced off the boards and actually hit someone, and they pushed it back into the field of play. So there against the boards, we've got a crowd of spectators, as you can see in our image at the moment.
Yeah.
And we could just see one woman pushing her hands out to protect herself, basically from getting hit by the ball. So a number of players raised their mallet, thinking, okay. But play was allowed to. Well, they carried on.
You know,
you play the whistle, right? You play the whistle.
And here we go. Now another chance for Chile to get a very lucky line out, or a good line out for Chile. Now here he goes. The man of the moment, number 1, Juan Jamarillo for Chile, runs it through, and they're back. Chile are back now. Anyone can win it from here with 1 minute left on the clock. We will have a sudden death chukka if we're all tied up at the end, but it is now Juan Jamarillo running this one through, checks himself up and plays it through. Great little play there for Chile, and now it is Brazil attacking, and look, Matias Vial gets a very lucky block for Matias Vial of Chile now, and it was very well read then by Garcia for Brazil, who cleared it. Now Rodriguez comes up the line and plays it on the near side when he probably shouldn't have. And we'll just have a look. And
so a call against Rodriguez that will be in favor of Chile with just 34 seconds on the clock.
So that's a back shot there. Yeah, so he had to play that stick side, not near side. So the reason he played it near side was he turned the pony to sort of come down the line and then realised it was coming straight at him. So he just played it on his near side. And it'll be a penalty to Chile. And they are 10 metres inside their attacking half. And probably not within striking distance. You could probably hit it from here, but it'd be a risky play. High risk play now, and Matthias Vial tries to go around the long way, appeals for the line, and the whistle has gone. And they ride up to the spot where they think the umpire should put the ball.
And this could be a defining moment.
So look here, another, there, look at that. Again, Rodriguez just coming in late, coming in across the front. Dangerous play there by the Brazilian player. And this could mean that Brazil now, a little bit of lack of discipline, but could mean that Brazil go to this, could lose this tournament, this game, because of one little bit of a lack of discipline.
Untimely foul with only 30 seconds on the clock.
And that close to the goal mouth. This is what we say, though, isn't it? When you're in your own half, when you're in your attacking half, you get a little bit of luck if you're Chile in this case. And
whether it be a penalty, the ball takes an unusual bounce, or played off a pony. So Matthias Vial
to put it into a very hard position for Brazil to win if he clears this. Oh, he's missed it. He's put too much on it. The pressure getting to them. We could be going to a sudden death Chukka. So 20 seconds on the clock. Can Brazil get this up there and put it through from here? Here we go.
I see another.
I don't know if we really want to see the slow-mo here. We want to be going to see what's going on out there, and it is Brazil on the attack now, up into their own half. They're not going to have much time now. We've got 4 seconds, 1 second, and we're all tied up at the end of the fourth Chukka. So in our first subsidiary final, the subsidiary final here on finals day at the Fortune Heights Snow Polo World Cup, it is all tied up, 9 goals apiece, a very high-scoring game, and we're going to go into sudden death, Tori.
Yes, unlike the earlier matches where we saw penalty shootouts here, if it ends in a tie after regulation, we will play an additional Chukka. Golden goal, sudden death, first team to score will win. Third place here at the Fortune Heights Snow Polo World Cup. The result of this is important for the seeding for next year's World Cup.
Correct. And there's prize money involved. There's you know, there's a big difference in prize money between third and fourth. So neither team wanting to lose this one at all. And there's a lot of pride at stake. There's seeding for next year. There's prize money. There's a lot on the line.
And we're just going to.
So we're going to have a look at a few highlights while the ponies get ready. Well, they go and get their spare ponies, and that's the Chilean team having a quick drink while we...
I think at this stage in the second half of this game, it was really all Brazil.
Yeah, wasn't it? This is a lovely setup here for Brazil. And that was the onslaught was coming then. At that point, it was all Brazil. Look at this little cheeky play from Garcia. Gets away from one hook and then sets it up again. And this is the combination of Garcia getting it there in play and being finished off by William Rodriguez. So Rodriguez might be the one that gets the score, the points on beside his name on the score sheet, but it's been a lot of work up front there by Garcia to get the Brazilian team back in striking range or in a position to actually win this game here this afternoon.
And you can see Vial trying to back that ball, and it's catching
He's passionate.
the mallet of Juan Yamarillo.
And this is what Chile didn't want. They didn't need that to go out. They needed that point. So
missing the last penalty shot to win the game. As it is now, we will be going into a...
Sorry, that was the one he actually got early on. That score there, that was to bring them back. So the... look at the crowd. They're on their toes. They are on the edge of their seats because we're now going into sudden death. So will play a Chukka. The Chukka will end when the first goal is scored, and we will have a throw-in from the middle. The groundsman just running the chain over the snow to make sure that there's no bias on the field and that each team has an even playing surface. And they will go to their spare ponies.
The crowd also building immediately after this subsidiary final. We do have the final match. Hong Kong, China, defending champions, playing against England for the title.
Yes, can't wait for that one. That's going to be an absolute cracker.
So crowd building for that final.
We have a couple of good slow-mo shots here. The Now Sports photography's been absolutely phenomenal throughout this tournament, Tori.
The slow-mo, you can just see the pony sliding.
Look at the pony slide. Well, there's a wall and the crowd's right there. Like, look where they are. That's the heads of the crowd. And those horses are coming in at speed to them, and you can see, you know, every vein popping through the you know, of the pony, and the hooves and the studs cutting the ice. It's just amazing. It's really good.
And that is the excitement of the sport of polo, in particular snow polo, where it's played in an enclosed arena and the crowd can get really up close and personal with the ponies and the players. Sometimes too close, as we saw with that one ball that actually, you know, I think the young lady did put her hands out to try to defend herself. I don't know how safe it is to have those drinks up there.
Yes. You could end up with the hot chocolate across the front of your Armani jacket.
Exactly. A great shot of Chris Bethel. Chris Bethel, a renowned umpire from the UK, also the polo manager at Cowdrey Park.
Certainly is. Travels all over the world umpiring some of the biggest tournaments throughout the world and through Europe. And the ball's been now thrown in. Sudden death. Who will win the subsidiary final here this afternoon? Look, it's Brazil out in front, getting a lucky bounce, or is it? No, it's now going to be Ignacio Vial for Chile, cleaning it up now, getting it back over the advantage line, trying to hit it up to his number 3, Matthias Vial. Matthias gets an unlucky bounce, doesn't know where it goes, and he gets a deflection off the boards. First one onto it. He's going to, big ride off there by Ignacio Vial to take out Juan Jamarillo for Brazil. Here he goes. Can Ignacio, he's hooked out of that. Great hook there by the Brazilian number 1, Garcia. Now it's been backed across the field of play. First onto the line is going to be William Rodriguez now. William Rodriguez hooked out of it by Ignacio Vial. Here he is. Garcia for Brazil, can't do enough with it. Backed beautifully by Vial. Has he got a runner to run onto it? He does, but he's got to get past the number 3 Junqueira of Brazil now. Ignacio Vial keeping it, trying to get it. Big hook coming through here from Garcia. Near side play by, this could be bad.
And I believe that was called against Juan Llamarillo, William Rodriguez did have the line.
That's right. So a little Chile in an attacking position here and not able to capitalise on it. And now
on the spot for Brazil.
Spot penalty. Now keep an eye out for the 20 metres. If they tap it, there will be a throw-in. So only just big hook there. And he still keeps the ball. Brazil now. William Rodriguez, he's only got one to get past. Will Matias go back for the hook? He does. Not a very good ball there for Brazil. A good clearing shot by Ignacio Vial, but there's no Chilean players back there. So now it'll be the number 1, Garcia, who scored a flurry of goals at the end of the last Chukka. Now Garcia for Brazil, back there by Ignacio Vial, doing a mile of work, Ignacio Vial, this Chukka and the previous. Now, number 2 for Brazil, William Rodriguez. Can't do much with it. Good clearing shot now. Will there be looks very good, but it's Chile's going to let it run over the back line, and they do. Wow.
Exciting play in the goal mouth, or in the Chilean goal mouth.
Plenty of adrenaline going through pumping through the veins of all the players at the moment, not wanting to give an inch, and they are riding very hard, and Chile just happy for that one to go out over the back line so they can get the set play off the back line. Now, Matthias Vial clears, big shot, but it comes off the pony of the defending Brazilian player, but now Matthias Vial has some space, and he keeps the ball going forward across the field now, while his number 1, Jamarillo, just tries to keep Garcia away from Matias. He's trying to protect Matias Vial. Now, Jamarillo again takes the ball forward, gets a big bump there by Garcia, and the ball is sitting up beautifully for the number 3 for Chile, Matias Vial. 3 minutes 23 gone in this deciding Chukka. Not the best play there by Juan Jamarillo, hitting it into a horse. Now, he takes it around, gets the ball back off Garcia. Garcia trying to get across to Matias Vial for Brazil. And the whistle's gone.
And very dangerous for Brazil here. If that is indeed a penalty called against them, because that will put Chile on the spot.
We'll just have a look here and just see which way they might go. But
it's a little bit of a crowd around the ball there.
Yeah, well, they're all crowding the ball. The Brazilians sitting there with the ball thinking they've got the penalty. Ignacio changing ponies quickly, because 3 minutes has gone very quickly in this Chukka, and still we are tied up at 9 apiece. So the umpires look like they may have a throw in here, which is advantageous for Chile because they are very close to the goal mouth. They could score from here if they get a lucky bounce out of this line out. Looks like it'll be thrown to the boards. And
so there's still some
Juan Jamarillo now just coming back, changing his pony. Is it, or Matias Vial? Juan Jamarillo?
Yes.
He's asking for time. The whistle's gone, and he's just jumped onto his spare pony, and his stirrup leathers might be a little bit too long or something. The gear might not be right. So they quickly shorten the stirrups for him. They put someone else's saddle maybe on the spare pony. Sí, it's good. Bien. Sí. Muy bien. So he's now back. Umpire Scortacini trying to create a decent tunnel there as he throws the ball away from the goal mouth. Ball's thrown in. Let's have a look who comes up with it first. Plenty of hustle in the line out, but it is now Garcia for Brazil. Can he get it out of the danger zone? Can't get enough on it, but William Rodriguez gets the clearing shot for Brazil now. It's way up over the halfway line with Juan Jamarillo for Chile backing it. Lovely shot there, but no one's turned onto it for Chile. The man who has is William Rodriguez. Now, lovely play there. Lucky bounce for Chile. Now, it's backed across the field now. First one there. Oh, that looked dangerous. That looked dangerous. That looked like someone was going to die. Well, maybe not die, but it looked very dangerous.
So, Juan Jamarillo.
I think it might be for Brazil.
Rodriguez.
I think it might be for Brazil.
But we almost had a T-bone there.
Have a look here.
So that's William Rodriguez.
He had the near side play. He was lucky he didn't go down. Like, you saw the chestnut pony trip. So this guy probably had the most purchase on the line, and the chestnut coming through for Chile. Juan Jamarillo was lucky not to have actually hit the deck, and
it looks like William Rodriguez is taking the boot off, or taking the boot off of that pony.
He might have.
Just in the course of that play.
By hitting the back leg, or hitting the pony as it came across the field.
But it has been awarded to Chile.
Yeah, to Brazil.
Brazil, sorry, yes.
Yeah, I think they're probably... they're going across the field, but I think what they've said here is that William Rodriguez was going... attacking the goal mouth. He wasn't actually going directly across the field. The person running across the field was the Chilean player, and he definitely did foul Rodriguez. So
this is for the win.
This is for the win. But let's remember how the previous penalties have gone for this team.
So William Rodriguez for the win in the subsidiary final.
Here we go. He hits it, and it's wide. Oh, 2 minutes 30 on the clock. Chile now with the ball. They need to get it up to the other end as quickly as they can. Umpire Bethel calling that one out. Or sorry, Scortacini calling that one out. And it's now Chile on the attack, but well within, deep in their defensive half. Matias gets past one. Now he's trying to get past another. And who's there? Ignacio Vial. Oh, gets the back leg of Rodriguez pony. Now first one onto it is Garcia. Big hook there by Matias Vial. Oh, what's the whistle there?
It's gone. And again, all players
looked like a...
asking the question, yeah.
Oh, no, umpire's going to have a discussion, are they? So we've got Rodriguez.
There's the hook.
Yeah, I think he got the hook. Looked to be fairly...
So Matthias Vial, he hooked the mallet out of his hand.
I don't know. Anyway.
So again, the ball being moved down to the Chilean side here. So we can only assume it's been awarded to Brazil.
Yep, 30 yards out.
Another attempt on goal to win. Interesting if Julian Rodriguez takes this one as well. I know that looks like Renato Junqueira is lining up the ball.
They might have handed the duties over. But I see they've put a little bit of a tee there. They've just mounted up a little bit of snow under this ball. I'm not certain that's the best play for the snow, but anyway, at least we know it won't have any interference. And it will be Junqueira now for Brazil to win the subsidiary final. No, he's missed that one as well. The pressure really telling here. 2 minutes left to go. And still, we're in a sudden death final chukka, the 5th chukka here.
You can hear the gasps of the crowd.
Yeah.
If they missed those last 2 penalties.
Matthias Vial taking it across his own goal mouth. Dangerous play for Chile. They shouldn't be. Oh, look at the lovely approach shot here from Vial. There's still, he's going to have to put the pedal to the metal to get past the number 3. Oh, lovely shot now by Ignacio Vial. Back now is going to be Jean Murillo for Brazil, who tries to back it onto the stick of Rodriguez. Rodriguez leaves it behind on the boards. Ignacio Vial, does he get enough on it to stop the Brazilians from attacking? He does, keeps it himself, his line. Now he's got a little bit of time, and Matthias Vial, oh!
And a mallet to the face of Matthias Vial.
I don't know. That definitely wasn't intentional. And that's
again,
what he's saying.
immediately, yes, Renato Junqueira immediately
says, sorry,
approaching him.
Yep.
Because it was certainly unintentional.
Let's have a look here. But in these tight hustles, he's down looking at the ball. Oh, he's got the mallet. The upswing as he was trying to get his mallet out of the way. He will see if there's a throw in here or whether it's going to actually be a penalty. I don't know if they'd give a penalty for that because it was definitely not intentional.
And Vial is, in these players, most of them wear protective eye gear. He's
he's got plenty of blood across the nose.
So that may have actually been caused by his glasses.
It could have been, you're right. So they've protected his eye but injured his nose.
Yes.
But it's often the case that they would prefer that the glasses do, injure the bridge of your nose rather than hurting your eye.
But I think you'll see him back momentarily. They'll clean up the blood and put a plaster on it.
Yeah.
And he'll be back on his pony.
Yeah, I've got a feeling they're not going to put the substitute in for Matthias Vial.
But it'll be interesting to see what the call is here, because we don't have any indication of the whistle was blown, but there's no indication of a penalty, or if it was just blown because of the accident. It was an inadvertent mallet to the nose of Matthias Vial.
Okay.
Again, we're with just 1 minute remaining in the subsidiary final. This is the Fortune Heights Snow Polo World Cup at the Metropolitan Polo Club in Tianjin. You're going live on Now Sports. I'm Tori Dorsey with Adam Buchert. This game is preceding the main event. Immediately following this subsidiary final, we will have Hong Kong, China, the defending champions, playing England for the 2014 title.
Well, that's how good is the how good's the final going to be? If this is just the subsidiary final.
And again, if you've just joined us, we're into the 5th chukka. We're in a golden goal stage here. After regulation, the scores were tied at 9 apiece. Unlike the earlier round robin stages of this tournament, there is no penalty shootout at this stage. Everything to play for. Golden goal, first team to score is declared the winner. We've got Matthias Vial. Look, they've applied the plaster. The magic spray, like in football, and these are the last 2 penalties from
Brazil. Have had every opportunity here to win this in this golden goal situation, but they've missed 2 penalties. This is the second one now.
So William Rodriguez, followed by Renato Junqueira. I think Gustavo Garcia at number 1 may be the next player to take a penalty if one is awarded to Brazil. But again, the crowd is definitely building here at the Metropolitan Polo Club in Tianjin. Standing room against the boards. Get very close.
So I would assume they'll probably have a throw in here. Just they only blew the whistle for injury, but yeah, the crowd very vocal. It's very big. The crowd here, the biggest we've seen, and as should be the case on finals day here at the Fortune Heights Snow Polo World Cup at the beautiful Metropolitan Polo Club at Tianjin.
So no penalty awarded to either side.
Hungry, look, all pushing in. They want that ball, and look, Garcia gets it. He almost read that before it left the hand of the umpire. And Garcia, William Rodriguez, I should say now, keeping the ball. Still left it behind for Junqueira. Junqueira then a lovely approach shot, but a big right off there by Juan Jamarillo for Chile. Leaves it there for Matias. Matias Vial turns up first, but a clever little near side play by Rodriguez keeps the ball in favour of the Brazilian team. Now, field, the whistle has gone, and the Chilean team claiming possession. And the Brazilians actually very quietly walking back, so they knew they'd done the wrong thing there. So Ignacio Vial had the line, and now Chile on the attack. Can Matias Vial, with his plastered up nose, put the goals on the 30 seconds left? Chile now on the attack. They don't need the bounce off the pony. The number 1, Jamarillo, for here he goes. He's put it up there close to the back line, and it's going to pull up in the field of play. So a big clearing shot required by the number Junqueira of Brazil. Now, the Chilean team claiming the line, and Brazil staying out. They do not want to create a penalty here. And at the end of the golden goal extra Chukka, we now have still a tied-up ball game. So after 6 minutes of play, the score has not changed, and we are on the edge of our seats.
Matias Vial having a word with umpire Nico Scorticini. And again, it's the end of the 5th Chukka. Again, we're beyond regulation.
So we'll be going into a penalty shootout now.
So I think the players also asking the question at this stage.
Do we go penalty shootout, or do we go into another golden goal? I think they'll go into a penalty shootout now to decide the winner.
I think it's also a question of horses, if I'm not mistaken. Correct. At this stage. So even though the Metropolitan Polo Club have been very generous and provided a lot of ponies, the Federation of International Polo deemed that if we're still tied up at the end of the 5th Chukka, we will go into a penalty shootout to decide. Again, for our casual observers, again, the players do change ponies after each Chukka. So the horse is playing for 6 minutes, and in most cases, you're not allowed to double up a horse.
So we're going to go and have a look at some of the highlights here. So this was
early on in the game.
I think this might have been at the beginning of the 3rd Chukka, and then Vial, this one, he just went on his own. And you see the little block there that Ignacio Vial put on the Brazilian player so he couldn't get the hook. It's a very clever play by the Chileans. And this is him again, Matias Vial, playing very well. Gets it into the spot where he can just back it through the goal mouth, and does so perfectly.
Matias Vial very dominant in the early stages of this game for Chile, scoring, I believe, the first 7 goals for Chile.
And it's hard to think that Brazil could come back from being so far down to get this to a tied ball game, and then go into extra time and hold Chile to still a tie at the end of the 5th. So from the early Chukkas, Brazil have improved enormously in this game, and they've really dominated the last 2 Chukkas, really.
They did indeed. Right after the break, the midway point after the 2nd Chukka, it was all Brazil.
Now, they'll have a toss of the coin to see who hits the first penalty, and these are the rules of the penalty shootout are that the first round, everyone in the team will have a shot at the goal and it will not be defended. Once they go through that, all 6 players have had a hit of the ball. They will tally the scores again, and if the scores, if there is a winner, the winner will be declared. If they're still tied up, then they go into a sudden death penalty shootout, which is where the opposing team can block the goal like a goalkeeper would in soccer, and it's then the first team to falter that will be declared the loser, and the winning team will celebrate the victory.
And just seeing highlights near the end of regulation here in this subsidiary final. But again, we must have a winner. We will go home with a 3rd and 4th place winner here at the Fortune Heights Snow Polo World Cup. Again, just more highlights from the end of this subsidiary final, or the regulation time of our subsidiary final.
Rodriguez being hard ridden by Vial there and still got that one through on the near side. That was a great goal by Rodriguez. And these goals came in a flurry here for the Brazilian team. They just went 1, 2, 3, and it really put Chile on the back foot, and they weren't sure what to do. And look at this one. Again, that was that unlucky bounce I was talking about. And here he goes, putting it through, lent right out, and Garcia was excited. Look at him. He's very passionate.
And here it must be said that each team had a chance to actually win with a penalty shot. There
that
you
was
see
the last 30 seconds of the 4th Chukka. So it was there for Chile to win, and the pressure just getting to them a little bit, and they then did run that one through.
But as you can see, we're lining up now.
So it looks like it'll be William Rodriguez for Brazil to go first. And as I said, every member of the 2 teams will have a shot at the goal. And the crowd watching very closely to see whether this one goes through. See, why couldn't he hit his penalties like that in the 4th Chukka?
No pressure on at this stage. And that one's clean and straight, actually straight through.
Very straight. So
Tejas Vial now for Chile.
A lot of this penalty hitting also comes down to the ponies. They should stay straight. Whoa, good goal. It looked straight, and then at the last minute it whipped away, and watch this one. So he hits.
Interestingly, both Rodriguez and Vial missing penalties to win the game.
I know.
In
now
regulation, and yet there.
It's cold out there. Both teams wanting to win this one and get the ponies home to bed, give them their bran mash and put their rugs on.
Gustavo Garcia now for Brazil.
He hits it. Is it? Oh, it looks like it's just gone over. I wasn't sure if that was going to falter, but he got it. So.
No, we did see an unfortunate scenario. New Zealand losing in their quarterfinal match with a penalty that did not make it across the line. Certainly were not happy for a couple of hours after that penalty shootout, the New Zealand team. But right now we have Juan Yamarillo is the 3rd and final player for Chile. Again, both teams equal at, well, actually Brazil had 2-1 at the moment.
Well, Brazil's had the 2 players, so this is the 2nd player hitting for Chile to stay in the game. And he takes a little half swing and goes through. So, still 2 apiece. Imagine, Tori, if we had to go from a sudden death final Chukka to a sudden death penalty shootout to try and determine who's going to win this subsidiary final here today.
So Renato Junqueira for Brazil now lining up. He's the 3rd player from Brazil.
They'll just take a little half swing too, I would expect. I can't see them taking too big a swing. Oh, and Brazil falter. So, he's not happy. And
it is
the anguish in his
Ignacio
eyes
Vial.
for third place. Now, it's not over for Brazil yet. It's up to now Ignacio Vial, the third hitter for Chile, to put this one through. And if he gets it through, it will be a win for Chile after a very torrid battle out here on the snow this afternoon. Chile now with a little sniff of victory here if he hits this cleanly. He hits it, looks very straight, he knows it's going, he's got the arm up, and it's a victory for Chile after an extended play and then a penalty shootout. It is Chile winning 12 goals to 11. And Chile take out third place with Brazil now in fourth.
And a pity that either team had to lose that match, so equally matched after regulation, then golden goal, and ultimately with the penalty shootout, Chile victorious against the Brazilians.
You know, the amazing thing about it is we've still got the final to come. That wasn't even the final. That was the subsidiary final. It all gets better from here, but look at the Brazilians saluting the crowd. Gallant in defeat, and now the Chileans will go and wave to the crowd as well, and thank them for the applause. The crowd has been fantastic here this afternoon, and the Chilean players very, very happy with their third place. And so they should be. They played some amazing polo there. They fought off a very, very strong comeback by the Brazilian team in the fourth Chukka, and it was a very good display of polo from the Chilean team.
But there you have it. At full time, it's Chile victorious against Brazil, 12